Oversight Chairman James Comer says he requested drafts of Biden's speeches as vice president from the National Archives in August, but 5 months later has yet to receive them. In the past, the White House has allowed the National Archives to provide Congress with presidential records related to Trump within a month of the request. A very different story for Biden, and the congressman joins us tonight. Sir, good to have you on. You know, a credible FBI informant alleges that the owner of Burisma claims that he paid Hunter and Joe Biden both $5 million each, in addition to that $1 million a year salary for Hunter. So the truth of what really happened here with Viktor Shokin is critical to national security.
Absolutely. He's a key part of this investigation. You played the tape that showed Joe Biden did, in fact, fire Viktor Shokin. He withheld tax dollars in the form of foreign aid to Ukraine until they fired the prosecutor, who just happened to be investigating his son's corrupt energy company, the company that his son was getting over $1 million a year from. And according to this FBI document, possibly another $5 to $10 million. So we need this information. The National Archives has responded to us saying that they would love to provide us this information, but the White House will not allow them to do it. That is evidence of obstruction, and that's why we're getting everything lined up to take this to court. We expect this information, and the fact that the White House continues to obstruct and not want to be transparent with this shows that they have a lot of liability on this issue, and I think the American people can see right through what happened with Joe Biden doing the quid pro quo, withholding foreign aid to Ukraine in exchange for getting a prosecutor off his son's back.
Yeah. I mean, if you remember that time, I mean, we're talking 2015. That was the end of Biden's political run. Remember, he had no intention of going any further. He was going to retire after that. So that might have been the one big final move after 40 years in American politics. Let's get paid. Let's get paid. Let's get out. Let's get millions here. It was a bold move. It makes perfect sense in every way. Why in the name of God would he care so much about one prosecutor in Ukraine? So much. He didn't care about anything else in the world, but one prosecutor in Ukraine. Now that guy had to be fired.
And that's never happened before. Name me one other time in the history of our country when anyone, much less the Vice President of the United States, has demanded a prosecutor in another country be fired and tried to withhold foreign aid in exchange for getting the termination. That's never happened before.
Right.
Joe Biden, since he's been president, hasn't called on any country to get rid of any corrupt person. Just the one guy that was investigating his shady son.
And paying him and his son millions of dollars. It's just amazing. You know, I want to talk about his brother, Jim Biden, who is going to sit down, I think, with you guys in about 3 weeks. He's going to be, I don't know if he's going to be deposed. He's going to have an interview. I know that. You know, Jim wrote a check to Joe Biden for $200,000, a personal check, back in 2018. And this was right after Jim got wired a huge amount of money from a financially distressed hospital operator that we know only was interested in Jim Biden because of something that maybe Joe Biden could do for him. How are you going to ask that question to Jim Biden, and how on earth is he going to answer it?
Well, first of all, there are court documents from that distressed healthcare company that allege that Jim Biden defrauded them. The allegation was that Jim Biden approached AmeriCorps Health when they were in financial trouble and said that because he's Joe Biden's brother, he can access Joe Biden's contacts in the Middle East and help this distressed healthcare company get all the money they need to get back on their feet. But in order for him to do that, they're going to have to pay him $600,000. Well, the healthcare company did. They paid it in 3 installments, and the last installment was for $200,000. The exact same day, AmeriCorps Health wired Jim Biden $200,000 in his personal checking account. Jim Biden wrote a check to Joe Biden that exact same day for the exact same amount, $200,000. That is evidence, Rob, that Joe Biden benefited directly from his family's influence peddling scheme.
It's not evidence. It's obvious is what it is. Congressman, we appreciate you coming on. Keep up the good fight, sir. Thank you.